Hello at work. Stay calm. Keep hustling. Hello at work. Stay calm. Keep hustling and live life to the fullest.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention, it starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some love. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way. It concerns you. Either kill love, either kill dreams, either land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV.
You are viewer out there on the frequency of Unity 93.3 FM Jos and the TV station Unity TV. We warmly welcome you to another episode of the program Hello at Work, a program that brings you trending issues on social media. My name is Rukayet Sani Ibrahim and I'm not alone in the studio. I'm together with the damsel of the house, Furry Josephine. Furry Josephine, good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Ricky.
You're looking all purple.
And don't even
the color
start.
is looking, so
Auntie
unique,
Ricky, don't even
spectacular. Look at the glitters on it. You're
Auntie
just
Ricky, don't
busy
do that.
shining.
Don't do that.
Are you really feeling this economy?
Auntie Ricky, don't do that. Don't even start. You just want to. You just don't want me to say you have not been coming. You just went on strike just like that. That's not fair.
No, not really. Okay, a lot of things happened, and first of all, I lost my phone.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was using the laundry machine and actually doing laundry and it
the
fell
phone
into
needed
yes.
to be washed.
Actually, it needed to wash, and the process of washing and drying, a lot of things happened, and
maybe you used the wrong detergent.
I actually needs to. I actually had to, change another phone. Then,
sorry.
when I was about to resume work, we lost someone dearly to my husband. He's a younger brother to my husband, and also just next door neighbor. Yeah. So a lot of people, we receive a lot of visitors. My in-laws from the village, a lot of people came, and you can't just leave them and just come to work. Yeah, we observed the 3-day prayer yesterday, and today I'm here. Yeah, we thank God, and I hope you all had a wonderful and spectacular weekend.
We did. I did.
Yes, and for those who actually lost their lives during the weekend, before the weekend, and so on. May their souls rest in peace. All right, we have a lot of trending issues on social media, and our first story reads: Man reports lady to pastor after she eats his shawarma but fails to give him love. Now, man reports lady to a pastor after she eats his shawarma but fails to give love, seek justice in a viral circulating video on social media. Now, a Nigerian man can be seen reporting a rather unusual incident to his pastor during a church service. According to the man, he had met a lady who not only ate his shawarma but also refused to reciprocate his feelings of love. Expressing his concerns, the man emphasized that his condition should not have been a hindrance to receiving the love he desired. He firmly believed that love should be based on matters of the heart rather than external circumstances. Attempting to mediate the situation, the pastor asked the lady whether she would return the shawarma or offer her love instead. The man, without hesitation, clarified that he desired her love, not the shawarma. Furthermore, he revealed that he had been unable to sleep ever since the incident occurred, prompting him to seek the pastor's intervention. In his desperation, he even sought the assistance of various malams, hoping they could bind her to him, but unfortunately, they ended up scamming him instead. Okay. You know, I told you, a lot of people are not normal. Now, wait. Is it this? If the lady should return the shawarma, this man will not take it.
No, he said it.
If he's going... No, but what she did was very, very wrong. Why would you actually eat his shawarma without reciprocating the love?
Ruki.
In the first place, you know that you don't love me. Why will you eat anything he gives you?
Then that means 99.9 of Nigerian ladies are all wrong. Because I can bet you a lot of us.
Does she know how expensive that shawarma is?
No, the thing is, the man don't want the shawarma back. He just wants her love.
Wait.
I can't even help stop laughing.
But was she really aware that he really, really, really loves her?
Why will a man offer to buy you something if he isn't wanting something from you? It's hard now. It's very rare for you to see someone that will just give you something, especially in this our generation, that they give you what they have. It
is a give and take issue.
Yes, now. So this man, in fact, okay, someone said he would take me out, and I said, what does he want? It's simple. No one will ever offer you something and is not expecting something in return. Especially when
take you out because he saw that you are in. No, and wants to take you out.
He just came and met me and said he wants to go and buy drink for me. I said I don't take alcohol. He said, yeah, we could do anything. I said, yes, I do fruit drink and others. And I asked him, why do you want to take me out? Why? You can't just come and tell me you want to take me out. And then I went ahead to say, yeah, I want the drink plus fish. He said, well, for now he can't afford fish, but after now. I said, so.
It's after now?
Yes.
I can afford fish.
So no man will want to do something without expecting something in return.
But the money he used in seeking the help of other malams to actually bind her to him, he would have used the money to actually persuade more love from her. You know, alerts. A lot of people just see this alert as mere something. But it's just dropped 10k, 5k, 10k.
See, this way it tests something in you.
Honestly speaking, she herself will be having something, a feeling for him. You know, ladies, at times, when you just ignore them, just drop the alerts continuously. You understand? Hello, are you at home? I'm coming over. This and that. You'll be the one even rejecting that I'm busy. I'm in my place of work. No, I have someone. She say no. She was, or are you seeing someone else? This and that. Before you know, that jealousy, the love is there. It has grown on its own. So jealousy will now begin to grow another branch.
Auntie Ricky, she don't want the man, but she ate his shawarma. That's the both of contention.
And she eats more money.
If she eats more money, the truth is she might not even give him any attention. He loves her. And then probably she don't even have the kind of love he's asking from her. She can't give him. You see, ladies were easy, just as you said, we're easily moved by things. And then material things. And then for him to all this small chop.
You know, regarding this particular story, yesterday I saw a post of a young man who actually took a loan, that's of keke, that TVC keke napep, and they gave him on hire purchase, and he actually completed the loan. So he took the keke and gave it as a birthday gift to his girlfriend.
Wow.
He decorated that keke with flowers, and the lady was gushing with smiles all over. You can see love in the air because he actually dashed her that particular keke.
See love. I beg, when they see this kind of love now, Tiruki.
Who they see? I saw it online.
Man!
Definitely, yes. He gave her the keke, and she was gushing all over. So I begin to look at it. You say a lot of men are actually buying their girlfriends cars as birthday gifts, and she her own actually gave her his own keke.
That is when
And she appreciates and she's pleased, and maybe she can actually sell it out to him.
Sell it out to him. Who does that?
Later on. Will she ride the keke?
She'll give it out for business now. They'll be bringing returns for her. But is that wisdom in the guy's side? What kind of love is that?
That is love now.
So what?
This man, maybe he used his last card to buy the shawarma.
Probably. For the thing to pain him like that, yeah? Of course.
It might be his last card, because if he has more, he don't look at that as an issue. Because we know of guys who actually buy phones, build a house for a girl. Yes. Or you even rent the apartment maybe for 3 to 4 years. She not even allow you to sleep inside the apartment for 2 months. She chase you out.
Want to experience that kind of
and before
love.
you know it, you are her ex.
Somebody should love me like that now.
They will.
I'm serious.
Yeah, if you have a good heart.
Good If you're looking for a good heart, come to me like this. My heart is the goodest.
Let me tell the world. All right, I think you've done justice to that first story, and you can't actually force someone to love you. Love is reciprocal, and if you actually love that person very much, you don't actually need to force yourself on that person. Yeah, you actually get to love you back in return. Now, 12-year-old girl commits suicide after she was constantly bullied in school. The tragic death of Flora Martinez, a 12-year-old girl from Las Vegas, has drawn significant attention to the issue of bullying and the responsibilities of schools in protecting their students. Now, Flora, a 6th grader at Kela Middle School, took her own life on May 7 after enduring months of torment from her peers. Her parents, Alice Martinez and Joshua Parker, are now publicly criticizing the Clark County School District for failing to protect their daughter despite their repeated pleas for help. Now, Alice Martinez revealed that she and Flora had sought assistance from the school's assistant principal early in the school year. Despite these efforts and a formal request to transfer Flora to another school, the transfer was denied in October. The bullying continued, and Flora's mental health deteriorated as a result. Alice mentioned that she even kept Flora out of school for 2 weeks to provide her with some relief, but the bullying only intensified upon her return. Now, Flora's father, Joshua Parker, emphasized that the bullying was not an isolated incident but a prolonged campaign of harassment that eventually led Flora to feel hopeless. He expressed profound grief and anger, stating that the constant bullying ultimately drove his daughter to take her own life. The family statements highlight the urgent need for effective anti-bullying policies and support systems within the schools. They argue that the school district failure to address the bullying adequately contributed to Flora's tragic decision. Now, this case underscores the critical importance of schools providing a safe environment and taking prompt, effective action when bullying is reported. The Martinez family's experience serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact bullying can have on young lives and the need for comprehensive measures to prevent such tragedies in the future. This reminds me of the story we also have here in Nigeria about a school in Abuja of a girl who was actually being bullied and harassed by her peers also. They slapped her like about 3 to 4 times without she even raising her hands in an attempt to retaliate. And all she did was keep such silence. See, I cannot do that. The lady was brave.
She was.
My heart will explode. What? Slapped me 4 times? She didn't even...
They would have overpowered her, that's the thing. You see, one thing with bullying is most schools, I think they are doing close to nothing about bullying. Bullying has a way of playing with a child's
mind.
Yes, it does. It makes a child lose his self-confidence. It makes a child feel scared at all times. It makes a child stay reserved to himself, all drawn and all. it even plays with the child's
Then
knowledge.
why wouldn't the parents actually, they actually withdrew her from the school, refrained her from going to school for like 2 weeks. I wouldn't allow her to go to the school, except if the school will actually give me the transfer letter. Because there's no way, there's no how I know that my child is undergoing such a critical situation that you allow the person to actually continue going to school. It is more of like domestic violence.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, knowing fully well that your daughter that got married is actually being beaten up. She's not safe where she is. She's living in a place where her life is in danger. Then you as a parent, how will you actually lay your head on your pillow and sleep? How can you do that?
Yeah, an African parent will tell you it is your home. You have to fight for it, so you have to endure.
Endure waiting.
Yeah, endure.
Then this young lady actually will say that she endured the bullying.
Well,
she's a child who needs to be protected.
Child, yeah.
And even if I get married to my daughter today, she's still a child to me because I gave birth to her.
Yeah.
Sure, she remains a child. Other people will see her as a grown woman who has children, this and that.
Of course.
They'll call me grandmother, uncle, but I'm still a mother.
You're still a mother.
I'm still a mother.
You become a mother before you become a
Definitely. So I need to fight for her till the end. There are a lot of people who cannot voice out. But you as a classmate, as a peer also, who is in that particular class or in that particular school, can stand up for your classmates.
And one other sad thing is the bullies, people that do the bullying. It's something from home. It has to do with their mindset from home. Like one of the cases of bullying I heard, still in that Abuja, when the child was interviewed, he said he's from an abusive home. His father always beats the mother. We always wake up to seeing the mother with swollen face. So it becomes like a normal thing for you to just raise your hand, use anything on anyone. Because it now becomes like a norm in his house. So he feels it's nothing. Even if not from an abusive home or source. I think the way you train up your child. I saw a post on Facebook and the thing it sweetens my heart. The lady posted and said, if you are going to get married to my son, be rest assured you're going to get married to the very right man, because I'll train him to be a husband and a father. Now, some people, you train your child just to be a child to you. Obey me, just me. When I say do. When I say don't. Then you don't do same to, okay, when others outside say this, you have to respect your elders. You have to do this. You have to treat people nice. You have to greet. You don't have to make it look as if the child owe only you some respect. You have to make the child understand. And the children, they have a kind of limited way of understanding at the time. When you say it's this, to them it's just this. Except for the ones that are curious enough to ask questions and question. So you have to broaden their understanding. You have to open their mind. Okay, this is how it works. It's okay for you to apologize when you're wrong. It's okay for you to appreciate when you're being given something. It's okay for you to do this when this.
And it's even okay to be wrong in the first place.
And when you're wrong,
there's no sin.
There's no sin in being.
There's no sin in actually you making a mistake. A mistake is always normal. But repeating that same particular mistake, we call it a big mistake.
Yeah.
So you can actually amend your mistakes by apologizing and making sure that you don't attempt that anywhere else.
Yeah, sure.
So we have situations whereby equalizing this particular what you actually raising a son to be a husband and also a father starts from childhood.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you don't train a child to be a father and a husband by actually telling him that he's the man of the house and he doesn't need to take his plate to the kitchen. He doesn't need to wash the dishes. He doesn't need to go on errands.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is just sit on the couch, have a remote to his hand. Some will not even call someone to come and hand them the remote.
Yeah,
and actually give commands there and then. No. You need to indulge in house chores also. Because the cleaning of the drainages, the gutters, compounds is the work of the man.
Yeah.
The son of the house needs to do that. And it starts by the father actually setting an example. Then the son will actually accompany his dad in doing that. And when he's of age, he will actually do it himself without seeking the assistance of the father.
You know, I met one young guy some weeks back where I work. He came and he placed an order, and then I prepared and I was going to serve him. So he came. When I was coming, he just stood up to collect it. I said, no, let me draw. He said, no ma, I have more. The thing sent some cold shivers down. I went back into the kitchen. I was like, man, that is a man. That is a. You need to see the way he didn't wait for me. It's not even
some that will even tell you after bringing it, saying, won't you go down on your knees to actually serve
I sincerely, whosoever that child's mother is, she did a good job there. He said, no ma, I have a mother, I have sisters, let me help you. He didn't even wait for me to come close. Immediately he just saw me holding the tray of food coming. He just stood up to approach me to collect the food. I was so impressed. Words can't explain how I felt. Then you should understand the level of training and that same young boy, he was with some of his peers, but
they'll all get relaxed, and at a point, some will even tell you, "You're embarrassing."
Why do you understand? But then, for the fact that that young boy did what he did, you should know that he's getting some good home training there, like extra good home training.
Go to the kitchen, go and make eba, go and boil some rice.
It doesn't.
Some men cannot even cook common white rice.
Yeah, you mentioned that. They say they cannot even boil water.
Babe, yeah. Let me tell you. I went to a particular house. Let me not mention names here. The child in that particular house who was asked to go and take gari, he said he wants to consume gari. He doesn't even know what gari is.
Okay.
To be frank with you, he doesn't even know how gari looks like. So he took the gari in a cup, and before you know it, he wants to just pour milk, pour sugar, pour everything. Then his mom told him that is not how to soak gari, that he needs to go and wash it. That gari is half of a cup, and the gari is not even from here. It's a gari that is made in the eastern part. You know, it got swollen.
Yes,
once
very swollen. A little. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the gari that boy came back with, after coming out from the kitchen, he's not even up to 3 spoons. He washed
out of it.
The whole gari. He washed everything down the drain. Is that not a total disgrace?
It is.
Is that not a total... To wash... Just add water.
How old is the child? How old?
He's in primary 5.
Oh, he's old enough to know what he should do.
That child isn't even old enough to boil noodles and eat.
He is.
He can cook yam.
Of course. There are some certain age that you don't expect a child won't know a particular thing at this age.
You don't know this. You don't know this.
No, there are some certain...
What is it?
It doesn't add up. It doesn't. Like my daughter, she started cooking when she was 7.
She will not cook for me. No, but I always ask her to come and sit because she's not of age. Come and sit down.
She started cooking.
Come and sit down. After I prepare everything, then after we are done with the meal, I'll ask her, how did I cook this? Then she begin to tell me, you did this, then you added this, then you washed this, then you sliced this, then you did this, then you did this, then you now start.
Mine is very, very curious. She wants, in fact, at this point, when she cooks, some of my friends, when they come to my house, they ask her to cook. I have a friend. She will always come, and if she just comes, she's like, who cooks the food? I just hope it's your daughter that cooks. That's how good, but she's 14 now.
Because you are not even a good cook, Seth.
No,
that's how your friend makes it look like.
I don't know.
You know,
I understand that concept.
There are some people that prefer a particular person to serve their dish.
And then seeing my child's age at that point, it's impressing. You understand, to come and see someone that young taking her time and then when she does something, she takes her time. Let me tell you a funny story. I think 4 or 5 years back, she was about 10 or thereabout. So this guy now, he sees a fine girl. He was trying to come and, tell me he likes me and all. Excuse me. So he came to my house and, we went to work and he followed me from work home. And I was like, I'm hungry. On our way, I was like, I'm hungry. I just hope my daughter have cooked. I didn't make it my daughter. I just say, I hope there is food at home. He was like, who will cook? You that you went to work. Nobody will cook. It has to be you. I said, don't worry. Let's just go. So we went. Immediately when she came out, I was like, Mommy, I wanted to cook. I saw that the seasoning cubes is finished. So I went to that our neighbor. I collected. So you give me 15 naira to go and give her. She was just all over. And he was like waiting to see what she cooked and all, and he saw how cool I was with everything she did, and so she served the food. She served it neatly. She put mine. She put for him. And I was just looking at his body movement. He picked the first spoon. At first, he was like, "No, he wouldn't." I said, "My daughter, she will stand here until you eat. She will not even let you give her that answer and say she will not eat. No, you will not eat. She will stand there." So he now picked the first spoon, picked the second spoon, and he was giving me,
Daughter for chef, what do you expect?
"Are you sure she's the one that cooked this food?" That kind of look. Not him trying to disagree because, of course, I'm not at home, but him trying to digest the fact that it was actually hard.
A young girl.
Do you understand? I think she was around 10 then. But sincerely, she started cooking at 7. I will just keep, of course, it's gas, so I have to be around to make sure she's careful. I'll keep the pot. She'll put, okay, what am I going to put? She'll put, what next? She'll put. She'll sit down there, and every hour, but she will send you tired. Mommy, I need this. Mommy, I need that. Mommy, please come and help me peel the cubes. This one is hard. Mommy, how can I? She will send you. You go on errands.
You go on errands.
But then she will do it.
Yeah.
The whole thing we are trying to say here is there are some certain age that kids should know some certain things, and then there are some things that when you say it, you have to do it. You have to be it. You have to act it. For instance, if you're telling your child not to be a bully, not everything he does you will want to hit him. You have to not give him that impression that you're also a bully, because some of us at points we can also beat our kids. I used to do that before I got that understanding.
You go ahead.
If I say don't, and I even have that sense that you're thinking of doing it, if I catch you, I will deal with you. It took me time, you understand, as a young mother then, it took me time to understand that not everything is all about beating and all. So now if she does one small mistake, come and kneel down. See, punishment has a way of playing with the child kids. At the time, I can say, just stand. You know, you just stand in one place. Just stand. In fact, my daughter prefers she do pick pin or she kneel down than to stand. She'll stand in that place for like 30 to 40 minutes. You will not move or make a small cycle. You stand there in the cycle. You won't go out of that cycle. You stand straight. It has a way of, if I just say stand, she will beg heaven and earth. There is a way punishment adjusts your child, not necessarily beating. Not necessarily making the child feel at every point on time you hit it.
And also boiling down to the particular story, and our listener, I hope you've heard all we have said, and also the school authorities need to look into situations whereby a child cannot wake up for no reason and say that he's not going to school.
No, it doesn't. You have to dig.
Definitely there must be an issue. It's either the teacher always scolds him or beats him, or in the class there are some bullies.
Yeah, true.
If he feels there's anything discomforting him within the premises of the school, he begins to reject going to school. He begins to cry and throw tantrums at the mention of going to school. So these are issues that school owners and school authorities and teachers and those in charge should actually look into. Parents should actually look into this situation. You don't just ignore, say, he's just been a nuisance. No, he's just been stubborn. He doesn't want to go to school. No, children just reject going to school for no reason. There must be a particular reason for them actually ignoring school.
Yeah.
For you to actually join in the conversation, you can go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like the page and drop your comments. And also, I will take your comments directly from the page. And you can also view us live on our YouTube page at Unity TV. And also drop your SMS on the number 0803 749 7127. 0803 749 7127. We've digested a lot of stories, and I think we'll be taking our third story when we get back from the commercial break. And do not forget that you can join us on our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV, just YouTube at Unity TV, and also send your SMS on the number 0803 749 7127. We'll be going on a short commercial and musical break with the men on the console. Do not go anywhere. When we get back, we'll continue.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the fullest.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It kill love, it kill dreams. It land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity. Unity TV.
Back from the music and commercials with the man and the console. Before we go for the break, we've taken our first, second, and now we are going to take our third story. And also, like I said before we go for the break, you can go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV, just like our page, and drop your comments, and we'll take your comments directly on the program. Go to our YouTube page at Unity TV and view us live. Drop your SMS on the number 0803 749 7127. Alright, I will be taking our third story, which will be the last story for the day. Okay, and let me take this particular story, and it reads: physically challenged Nigerian faces deportation after living in the UK for 38 years. Now, a disabled Nigerian man who has resided in the UK for 38 years is facing the prospect of being forcibly removed from the country by the Home Office, the Guardian UK reports. Now, Antonio Olubumi George, now 61 years old, arrived in the UK at the age of 24 back in the 1986 from Nigeria. Since then, he has remained in the UK, and according to the Guardian, has a clean record with no criminal convictions. Now, in 2019, he experienced 2 strokes that had a significant impact on his ability to speak and move. According to George, he no longer has any immediate relatives residing in Nigeria. He is said to have faced numerous episodes of homelessness and admitted that he has lost track of the countless friends who have sheltered him over the years. George said, I don't know how many different sofas I've slept on. Too many to count. I don't have my family living the way I'm living now. Okay, I don't have my life living the way I'm living now. My health problems since I had my stroke are my biggest worry. All I'm asking for is some kindness from the Home Office. George has submitted multiple applications for leave to remain in the UK, all of which have been denied by the Home Office, with the most recent rejection occurring on May 7, 2004. Now, in 2005, he's...
2024?
2024.
Yeah.
I said 2004, ba?
Yes.
2024. In 2005, his previous solicitor submitted a falsified entry stamp in his passport, which has since been reported to the police and the legal regulatory bodies. According to George, he was completely unaware of the passport stamp until several years later, as he revealed to The Guardian. According to his current lawyer, Naga Kandia of MTC Solicitors, George's difficulties can be attributed to his poor past legal representation. In their latest rejection, officials from the Home Office stated that the situation was not deemed to be an exceptional circumstance. Kandia has filed an appeal, challenging the most recent denial. Kandia said, my client have been living in limbo for 38 years with no family, has suffered 2 strokes and has no family left in Nigeria. Really?
This is sad.
How can you just abandon
This is sad.
your fatherland? Like, you just fell from 3.
Well, at this point, this is why I say the Nigerian factor. If not, there should be no reason on earth where you will leave your home, just as you call it.
Without even coming back for once. You will
38 years.
38 years.
And then, even at this point, he still don't want to come back. Even with the fact that he's practically stranded, if I may use that word. He's homeless, sick. He still don't want to come back. Nigerian factor. Our government at this point, in fact, it shouldn't have even gotten to this point. I think our government, is there a way? I don't know. This question have been shaking in my head for a long while. Does the Nigerian government have tracks of its citizens that are outside the country? Or you just go and then there is, if you just go and that's it. They don't know, okay, in this country we have so numbers of Nigerians. Once in a while through the embassy, they check on them. Like once in a while the embassy called Nigerians that are living in a particular country for maybe an annual meeting or something.
To check up on them, how they are faring, how they are doing.
Does it work like that? Is it, or if you're there, you're just there, you're on your own?
Who really knows? Alright, on our Facebook page, we have 2 comments, and this one's come from Abrahman Yusuf Kadide. He says, good morning, ladies in the studio. I salute you for doing a wonderful job indeed. There is so many challenges we have in our country, Nigeria, especially concerning the high price of food commodity, include bandits, kidnapping. Federal government supposed to take care about that. I am Abrahman Yusuf from Kadide, and Kabir Bilia Kepson says, good morning, I'm watching you from Kaduna. Thank you so much, Bilia from Kepson. Okay, and you can also send in your SMS on the number 08037497127, 08037497127. Wow. Just like you said, there's no way you can actually travel without looking back. Can't you just come back, look at even if your parents are no longer, they have their own parents. If they don't have, then they have relatives also. You can come check on them. He doesn't have siblings. And even in the UK, his living did not even support him because he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a child, he doesn't have nobody. He has nobody.
Living
then
like
why, even if he dies, who will bury him?
It's sad.
Very, very sad.
I just pray Nigeria.
And he doesn't even have anything to show for living over there for 38 years.
Good years.
He doesn't have anything to show for it.
I just pray.
So can we say it was a wasted life?
I don't know what to say at this point.
All you did was breathe outside the country.
For 38 years. 38, that's a lifetime. 38 years, that's a lifetime. And then you don't have family. What bothers me more is why he don't want to come home. You understand?
You come home with what?
Even if not coming.
Assuming he's your brother.
Auntie Ruki.
No. Me and you, we are here.
Yes.
Assuming I travel to the UK for 38 years, and maybe we are keeping in contact, communication, everything. Then suddenly I told you I'm coming back.
Sincerely, if...
Babe, wait.
Yeah.
I told you I'm coming back. So from the airport, I told you, I beg, if you are coming, come along with transport me because I don't have shishi that will bring me home. If you don't allow me to trek from that airport to my destination,
I don't do you well.
Then you didn't do me well. You are not kind-hearted.
The thing is,
living in overseas for 38 years without... you don't have kobo.
I want to see it in a different angle. If you are my brother, and then I know you are not living well in the UK.
Which one is living well in the UK? Does Nigerians know that people in the UK don't live well? All we know is you don't enter aeroplane.
A greener pasture.
If you don't enter aeroplane, you don't make.
You don't make. Yeah. I have that. I used to.
Even before you land, you don't make up.
Yeah, we see you as.
What did you went there to look for? Green.
Yeah, greener pasture.
You already get here now yellow.
No, these are
green. Bring back.
These are green. It's not as green as the
it's not green enough.
It's not green enough. It's just sad. Sincerely, it's sad. But for him to stay there, come on now. For you to stay there and waste and not have anything for yourself, it's better you come back here. And at least, no matter if you were to be in Nigeria for all these years, no matter how, he will have a family, at least. Even if not for anything, even if not money, if you haven't gathered anything for himself, family is everything. He would have at least a member of a family he can say this.
After living there, he cannot even toast babe and marry. No. There are some factors that when I sit, I look at you like this. I'll analyze your entire life. You cannot even toast babe.
Well, he's not the kind of guy that toasts.
He's always busy.
He's living a celibate life.
Celibate.
Yeah.
The lady celibate. Come and help him now. Had it been he got married, he has kids. At this 38 years of age, his kids would have been maybe 18 or 17. They will even allow him to live because of the kids.
Yeah, of course, his kids would have been indigent.
Good.
Yeah. And then by the virtue of marriage, he would have been an indigent.
So the celibate cannot come out now and help you.
Yeah, well.
So that celibate, he's on his own.
Sadly, he is. Sadly, he is on his own.
There are situations whereby a lot of people tend to forget. A lot of people, even now, they are not even in the overseas. They are not in the UK. They are nowhere. They are within the confines of, in fact, within your streets. And they tell you, no, it's mind your own business. So, let everybody. If you see me going to Uncle Soso or Auntie Soso place, then it must be something serious.
One man gang.
Who are you helping? To sit down with your fellow human self and discuss one or two, it relieves some depression out of you.
It does.
They said, problem said is already okay. Problem shared is half solved.
Half solved, yeah.
There's this kind, you feel a relief within you. You move away from your relatives just because you are doing good today. Then, if you are doing good today, what about tomorrow?
You see, there are people that just feel like someone like me, sincerely. Not as if I don't do the family things, but there are moments when you feel as if, I don't know if it's just me, like there is this tendency of competition.
Within family?
Yes, they want to make you feel that one is better than you, this one is better, you're not. You know, now just as I say, if you don't have money, they don't call you for family meeting.
Good, then our hands are not also equal.
So I don't know if it's only me that is...
Me, I don't care. I don't care.
So I have a tendency. I not as if I don't do. I do family. I call my family. I call my aunts, but once in a while, like earring. I don't.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue. I don't make them feel I'm too clingy. You know, some family. This one is calling again. Maybe she wants money. This one. No.
She wants to beg.
I don't want that. I don't even want you to think of me in that way. So I give you your space. In fact, when I call you, I want you to look at the phone and be like, this one that, and sincerely, that's the expression I get from, especially my aunt. I think my aunt in Kuru. Anytime I call, if she picks my call, she say hello. She'll say, is this you? Is this really you? So you still have a phone that has my number. I'll greet her and tell his family, how his work, how's the kid, everything. And then I give her time again to miss me. And then I visit once in a year or twice. I just, like, not necessarily not doing them at all. And then from the way I grew up with my dad mostly. And then my dad, it was away from far north, Taraba State. That's where I grew up. And my dad is from Kaduna. And my mom is from here, Plateau State. So you can see there we were all to ourselves, no close relations. So I don't even know my distant cousins from my father's side. I don't even know any of them. I don't know any of them from my father's side. But from my mother's side. And then I think maybe it's because of the way I grew up. There is no moment when you say, this my cousin is coming, or this my sister, or this let me call. No, it was just myself and my brothers. So it just made me feel, at this point, no need to stress them with your presence and all. If all these years we're cool without each other, no need to stress them. But that doesn't mean I don't do them. If there is family functions, programs that I have to go, like weddings, ceremony and all, I go. I do that.
Then your own case is different. For this particular young man we are talking about, I don't think he has the contacts of the close oneself.
That
not
place
even
is
talk
far.
to about the distance.
He's like how many 1,000 kilometers away from?
Which one is 1,000 kilometers with your phone? It's just like you and I sitting.
38 years ago. 38 years.
There were no phones.
There were kind of landlines.
Then after when they invented the phone, you cannot even come back.
Yeah.
The point line is he didn't return for once to check up on his family.
Yeah. He did.
And he didn't even bother to even create a new family over there.
That's sad too. The shocking thing is the fact that he don't have a family of his own. Like married and have at 60 something, God, that's quite a celibacy you got there. He really lived a celibacy. And my prayer and hope right now is that Nigerian government will bring him.
Bring him where?
Bring him home.
He doesn't want to come home. Did he say that Nigerian government should help him? Bring him home.
But at this point, they have to intervene. If he's pleading and then they are not listening to his pleas, he's left with no choice. And then that one reason why he is, probably because of insecurities, probably because of hardship. Sincerely, if I were to be him, I would also not want to come back. Even because of the clean weather, even because of the beautiful weather, even because of the serenity of the environment. I would just feel I don't want to come back. No matter how hard life is. And then seeing the fact that for the period of these years I've not been in Nigeria, when he comes back, it will be as if he have to start all over again. And then at 60 plus, which one is start all over again? There will be practically no time for that. So he will now, in fact, UK is more home to him than Nigeria is right now. Because if he comes here, everywhere will be strange, everything will be looking strange.
Who does he even have?
Where will he start from? So one thing is, if the government should be the ones to bring him, they will give him that one thing that he wants, that he thinks if he comes he won't get. They should provide for him what he needs. Is it shelter? Is it...
you have been living in Nigeria for over how many years?
No, but then they should...
I have been living for over 70 years. Did the government provide for me?
99
have
years.
They provided for me? No, this is a very serious issue. Why would you say that the government should provide everything
years.
for him?
99 years.
Really?
No now. See, for the fact that he have not been home. He's like the prodigal son.
Welcome home.
Yes, it's like this child that just went astray, and then you're trying to welcome him home, and then he just comes and you have to make him feel at home.
All right, we have a comment from our Facebook page that is, good morning, great radio presenters. May God continue to bless you both for educating us and the general public free of charge. For that guy that give his keke, I believe he did not know what he wants. Know what he wants in life. I think that's what Favor Esther Bulus is saying. Thank you so much, Favor Esther, for that.
He wants love now. Why would she say you don't know what? That guy is in love. See, love is hard to come by these days. Real love. Do you know what is true love? When Tafe sang true love, you know what is song?
No, you know that true love. That particular song is a very, very, you feel it right through your bones.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Okay. We do not have our phone lines here today. I think we will not take your calls, and at the moment there are no SMS. Like I said, you can send in your SMS on 08037497127, 08037497127. All right, Freddie, just find your last words because it's 10:52 already.
Okay, well, I'm looking for true love. I'm really looking for true love. Please, if you have true love to give me.
Please, if you have money to buy a shawarma.
I don't want shawarma. I want true love of a keke, car, house. You said house, so build house for me. House. I want house. Kind of true love.
Somebody want to Japan with style. You want to Japan?
Yes, please, and visa, please.
And the love with the visa also.
Yeah, visa love. International standard.
Okay.
Alright, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always keeping it a date with us. I remain for you, Josephine.
Yeah, before we round up, actually, thank you very much for you, Josephine, for always being here and for always having my backs. I don't know what I would have been without
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Do know that I really care and love you so much.
See, now, I don't want your kind of love.
So, our viewer and listener out there, all right, it's been a wonderful moment being with you. And round up word today is be careful, be observant, always check up on things. Don't just ignore. Have a listening ear. Always listen to your words to your kids before you hear issues or reasons that will touch their heart. There are some issues whereby you say waiting be this, how manage. No, we don't want you to be a victim of waiting be this or how manage. Be observant, be careful at your place of work, in the market, anywhere you go. All right, I remain Rukayetane Ibrahim, and always a very wonderful big thank you to you all out there for always having time to always tune in, viewing us live, sending me your comments. We say a big thank you, because without you out there, we wouldn't be sitting here. I remain Rukayetane Ibrahim, and on behalf of Fari Josephine, from us to you, we say bye.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the full.